Everyone has heard of mummies either from visiting a museum or watching TV. They have been everywhere for centuries, which means there is a lot to learn about them. Today, we're going to learn a few things about the mummy. A mummy, by definition, is the remains of a human or animal that has been ceremoniously preserved by removing all internal organs, treating the body with natron and resin, and then wrapping the finished remains in bandages. The English word of mummy actually stems from the medieval Latin word mummia, which is borrowed from the medieval Arabic mummiya. It all means an embalmed corpse plus the bituminous embalming substance that is used. Some animal mummies have been discovered by talented archaeologists, including jackals, cats, baboons, fish, snakes, crocodiles, horses, and even an entire lion. More often than not, these animals were pets owned by the rich and popular. The most common mummified animal from ancient times was the jackal. There is a reason for this though, as the god Anubis is said to have a head of a jackal. Anubis was the most common and popular god from ancient Egypt. Around 3400 BCE is when the Egyptians first began mummifying their deceased. It took almost 800 years after that to begin removing the internal organs so the mummies would not rot from the inside out. Herodotus, the famous Greek historian, was the first individual to begin writing in almost perfect detail about the entire process of mummification. He visited Egypt sometime around 450 BCE, which sparked his interest initially. The majority of mummies are linked to ancient Egypt, naturally, but in reality there are far more. A South American tribe known as the Chinchorro were the first to make mummies in the world. Their oldest discovered mummified remains are from 7,000 years ago, which is twice as old as the Egyptian mummies. The very first scientific examinations of mummies began in 1901 and were conducted by the Government School of Medicine in Cairo. Professors Grafton Elliott Smith and Howard Carter used an X-ray machine on the mummy to examine the remains of Thutmose IV. Not every mummy was wrapped up in the exact same way or in the same position. For instance, the majority of royal males were positioned with their arms crossing over their chest, which is the most popular. Women were normally positioned with their arms on their side. According to the mythology passed down from ancient Egypt, the very first mummy was the god Osiris, also known as the god of the afterlife. His tomb has been discovered, but they never actually found his body, so that remains to be seen. Thanks for watching our video, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future.